Good morning. This is 60 Seconds to Serenity with me, Gregg Hammond, and today is Thursday. It's December 7th, 2017. And this morning, good morning, Carol. I see Carol hopped on here, and I see more people hopping on. I love that people are able to jump on from all over the place, all through the U.S. states, but up through Canada. I see people jump on from Canada, the U.K., and the Philippines, and Australia. So it's just a beautiful thing that I can hop on here and share amazing, life-changing information every single day with people around the entire globe. It's part of my focus to give back, to create a better world. And the 60 Seconds to Serenity is simple. It's just within 60 seconds we can reach a calm mind, and we control the way that we respond to things. So the breathing is that very gentle, easy breath in and out, which is focused. You're focusing on that because you breathe all the time, right? So this is just focusing your breath in a different way, being aware of it. And as you do that, you can feel the air coming in through your nose, out through your mouth. Put a smile there. Just moving those muscles into the smile will change the way that you're vibrating. So you're breathing, you're just controlling that breath, like the waves on a beach down the warm Caribbean, where they're just coming in slowly and back out gently. And you're focusing on using the higher faculty of thinking to bring your vibration up higher, right? These tools are to raise your vibration and keep you in a higher vibration, which makes it easier for you to respond to things going on in your day instead of reacting. The example of reacting or responding, I used the example of myself getting a parking ticket in the Washington, D.C. area. It happens, and my response being a positive response of, this is fantastic. Congratulations to me. This means that not only will this money show up in my life for that, to balance that out, but more than that. And that mindset works. And if you try the opposite and you react and you get mad, it's interesting if you are able to observe that and use your awareness to see how that continues. So the response for a ticket like that, when I went out day after Thanksgiving, somebody had broken into my car and taken a bunch of stuff. And I looked at that with a response of, this is fantastic. This means so many things are opening up for me, and I don't know what they are, but I count all the blessings and harvest the good and find all of the positive. And so I was able to go through the list of all the things that I had, that realized what things were missing, what was something I needed to replace. It gave me ideas of things that I need to get, for myself, but also gifts that I could give to people, because I started thinking about all of those things. So I took that opportunity to I got to call the 911 MPD to come, that non-emergency side of it, and then meet some officers and talk about my neighborhood and about safety in the neighborhood. What a fantastic thing! All of these great things are coming out of the fact that something that some people perceive as negative or react to in a negative way, that happened. And so for me, I'm responding. With the 60 Seconds to Serenity, as you're breathing through, nice calm breath slowly, and you're doing this for just the 1 minute, you're tying it in with gratitude This is a list of things that I'm grateful for. As I go through the list, as I'm making it each day, I personally am doing it with my non-dominant hand because I'm pushing myself along to do that. So I'm doing it every single day. That is something I've been practicing for quite some time. So I've gotten to the point where my handwriting looks very good, regardless of which hand I'm using to write. Non-dominant is catching up. That's what you would expect because I practiced for a long time just with one hand. Writing with my non-dominant hand has helped me move through the challenge of struggling to write and the frustration because it was not as nice and neat and as easy to do as my right hand. That exercise itself has a lot of different levels, but the idea is to push myself through that challenge of setting a new habit in place, working a new habit in. They say 21 days, and they say 30 days, and there's 30, 60, 90 that are really powerful when you're trying to create a new habit, whatever it might be. Maybe you're wanting to weed something out of your life, right? And maybe that thing that you're trying to weed out of your life, that thing you're trying to remove is something that you have realized you habitually use at times when you're stressed. Whether it's, it could be anything, right? It could be smoking, it could be drinking, it could be eating, it could be watching TV, it could be something that you feel is disempowering or destructive, and you want to remove that. And it takes some work. And the 30, 60, and 90 days are amounts of time where shifts happen. They say 21 days to create a new habit, but really you should go for 30. But 21 days is that first stretch. It's 3 weeks. And it's challenging. So adding something in like writing with your non-dominant hand, that's my gratitude list, which you could be starting that, and that could be something that you're adding in. You want to add a little bit at a time. Here's the non-dominant hand exercise where I have written with my non-dominant hand, put the name, the day of the week, the month, and the day on the calendar, the year, sunrise. I wrote the word sunrise and the time, and then sunset, the temperature, and the wind direction. And that's something that you can find. Part of the idea is that you are now finding that information and you are creating a habit of checking that information so that you are paying attention to what's going on in the day as far as sunrise and sunset. There's a teaching element to this, which I'm not bringing into any specifics on that, but it's powerful to do. So we're combining the non-dominant hand exercise with an awareness exercise, an awareness building exercise. And all of the idea of the 60 seconds to serenity breaths to come in on the beach, those easy, calm breaths like that. The idea is that as we continue to do this, we go to that calm mind, and the calm mind is a superpower. When you can keep a calm mind and you respond to things going on as opposed to reaction, whether it's a coworker, whether it's somebody the traffic, whether it's at the checkout line in the bank or the grocery or anywhere, dealing with situations, people aren't always polite or aware, and it's usually people feeling pressured and reacting to a lot of things, and as they do that, that can disturb your high vibration and your where you are in a positive mindset if you allow it to do that. And so if you use these 60 seconds to serenity tools of breathing and your gratitude and the positive mindset, your positive statements, you start to build your force field, right? And those types of things are easier for you to respond to as opposed to reacting, and which then means you've lost control of the situation. So all of that is good news, because your life just got a whole lot easier. For the confirmations, affirmations, right? Empowering. We talk about empowering affirmations like I am healthy, I am happy, I am helpful, I live in paradise. And we talk about the paradise being wherever you are. Your mind is where the paradise is you keep yourself in that. Keep smiling. The Keep Smiling movement. If you'd like these cards, you can go to thedailysmile.com and order the cards for free. The cards are free. We'll send you packets of those, and there are different options for the shipping. We just ask that you pay the shipping for that, and the goal is to get 1 billion of these cards around. And the super news, more super news on that, is that you also can order those in a bunch of different languages. We have those cards in a bunch of different languages. We have very empowering cards if you like these. And the Keep Smiling movement is doing some amazing stuff. You may know that I already have my first Keep Smiling Shift Happens book that's out there with my co-author, Ken. And we're working with Barry Shore, who is the founder of Keep Smiling. And so the three of us together are putting together some amazing stuff. And I know there are other people too. It's not just the three of us, but it's the three of us together. The book has very influential leaders from around the Baltimore and DC area that are featured in here, and then my story is featured in the back. And this is an amazing gift idea. It's also supporting the movement. This story has it features cool people from my life. My friend Bill and my friend Mark and my sister Jennifer are all mentioned in this very very cool story. If you want to read this story, it's very empowering and inspiring. And so what I ask is if you would like to support. Oh, I should tell you that the price, if you buy this at the bookstore, right, is going to be $39.95. It's a full color print, beautiful pictures. But if you buy it on Amazon for the month of December, it's going to be $20. So you can find that. The links I posted on my timeline here, and I would love for you to do that. That's a great gift idea. That's a great thing to have on the coffee table. If you know a doctor, dentist, therapist, somebody who has an office, this would be a great gift for them, or great for the office for them to have sitting around. The Keep Smiling cards, you can order those. And then I'm going to also tell you, because it falls right in line with all of this, 60 seconds to serenity and being able to respond and being able to do things for your community. The Keep Smiling cards are amazing to be able to pass those along, and buying a Keep Smiling book and supporting that and supporting me is very helpful. But you know, we become the change that we want to see. And the quote is, we must become the change that we want to see in the world. But we do. We become that change as you are improving yourself, as you're using tools like 60 Seconds to Serenity and studying and reading and doing your writing. You are changing yourself and making yourself better, and therefore making the world a better place. And your individual contribution, what you do, is empowering our community. And speaking of community, and I'm going to circle back around to that last little bit there. Speaking of community, where is my card? I feel like juggling my information here so that I can share it all. So the Positive People Army is an amazing community on Facebook. The Global Jam for Peace page is a great page to like and share with your friends. And then the Global Jam for Peace Ambassadors is a group. And if you are somebody who likes music, or somebody who plays an instrument, or you're a teacher for music, or if you happen to find that when you wake up in the mirror and you look in the mirror and you see that you have 2 ears and 1 nose and 2 eyes and 1 mouth. I see the resemblance between you and all the other people on the planet, that we're all one big human family. And so for music lovers, you can be an ambassador, right? You can join our ambassador group for the Global Jam for Peace Ambassadors and help share the message of the Global Jam for Peace, which is using the universal language of music to empower and raise the vibration of the entire planet through the universal language of music, sharing love and peace, and through the music. And so let the music inside you start to play, right? You have to access that. If you would like one of these Global Jam for Peace stickers, I am able to send those to you. I've had people send in some donations, and for every 30 books that I sell, I'll be able to donate a couple of those. So I can send these out, right? And I'm paying the shipping on that, or using our contributions to pay out some shipping for that. Amazon will ship this book when you buy it at half the price for the month of December. Perfect time to collect those. The Keep Smiling cards will come to you for just the cost of the shipping, unless you decide that you would like to take advantage of Delighted. And I realize I'm going to write it down because you probably won't be able to see this, but I'll bring it right up there, close. On this corner, it says Delighted is DLYTED. And at Delighted, you can do this amazing thing. And so you might have to check it out just to understand, because when I tell you, you probably say, how is that possible? You can go to Delighted and register, select a charity that you want to support. And for me, I selected the Unstoppable Foundation. Cynthia Kersey has done this amazing project called the Unstoppable Foundation, and without going into a lot of detail on it, I'll tell you, they're doing amazing stuff, and I am setting up to work with Unstoppable on a mission to get 1 million instruments around the globe as part of the Global Jam for Peace mission. Global Jam for Peace mission is to unite the world in love and peace through the universal language of music, and distribute 1 million instruments to children around the world who don't have access to get their first instrument. And so I've selected Unstoppable because they are building schools and providing 5 pillars of what is supporting life for kids in Africa. And it's everything from water to medical to food, all the things that they need so that they can actually go to school. And they are building the schools. That's Unstoppable. So I'm supporting them through Delighted. But I'm also supporting the Keep Smiling movement because it's tied together. And what you do over there, now that I've explained that part, what you do at Delighted is you purchase cards for yourself. The gift card type thing, the value card. So you buy a card that says, like for different companies. You can buy it for shopping at department stores, at restaurants. I mean, there's everything from like TGI Fridays and IHOP to Starbucks to Caribou Coffee to Macy's to Foot Locker. I mean, you name the company, and they have allowed they have made the contribution for the cards to be sold there. The value of the card, if you buy a $50 card, the value, that $50 goes to the charity. So your purchase of whatever amount goes right over to the charity. It's a pretty amazing thing. So every time you make a purchase there, and you can get something every week. You could get them as gift cards. You have to go through and make sure you're checking the boxes to make sure that you're selecting to give them as gifts. Because part of what they do is instead of sending out plastic, they send you a code, and you use that So it saves. It's good for the planet. Anyhow, that's that's an amazing thing, and it's all tied to what I'm doing for the Keep Smiling movement with the books and the cards, and for the Global Jam for Peace, tying in with Unstoppable, and all the work that we're doing. Being able to get to that point of affecting change and being very powerful took steps to work, right? Going up, 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 a little bit at a time. And one of the most powerful things for me was understanding the power of the calm mind, of the 60 seconds to serenity. This tool that I've been sharing, these tools that I've been sharing and teaching for the last few weeks here. These tools, I have such gratitude for how powerful they are, and I'm holding in my hand as I do that, right? That gratitude stone, the very flat rock that has it has the smooth side and it has the very rough side over here, right? Things go smooth. Things go smoothly when you're responding, right? And so the way that I've been able to achieve publishing books and doing what I love for my life and having an amazing life and amazing experiences. I've traveled all over. I've been writing. I've met tons of people, tons of my music heroes and mentor heroes. It's just been amazing, all the things that I've been able to experience, and it's because I have increased my reach, and I've increased the ability to empower myself through responding and using 60 seconds to serenity tools, along with a lot of other things. And I'm teaching you this so that you can be practicing this and repetition, doing this every day, right? Going through, repeating amazing thoughts and amazing gratitude, empowering yourself with the breath and with your mindset in order to respond to things throughout the day. And that is just to get you through those circumstances, right? To get better at dealing with the circumstances that you experience. And what that does is that starts to shift where your vibration is all the time. It also allows and opens up this amazing space for you to start thinking about what it is you want, and knowing that as long as you're willing to commit to yourself and commit to this process, you can begin to bring in all of those things that you want to experience. Lots of people have done it. You see that it takes a little bit of work, but it's not that somebody has been selected to do it over somebody else. It's the commitment and the belief. Bring yourself into a calm mind where you can respond to things at the very beginning of doing that. I'm doing this for a couple of different reasons. One, because it'll make your day better, and then your days will be better, which means your weeks will be better, which means your months will be better. And then when you round a corner into a new year, your year has been better. But and that's just with the responding. But I am also, if you're going along and doing these videos, and you can go back and watch the ones that I started many weeks ago, what we're doing is we are tending to the earth, to the ground. We are preparing to plant seeds for amazing growth for you, which means the community, which means our global community. We are preparing the earth. We are nurturing the earth, and we're preparing all that soil so that we can put seeds in there, right? But all I've been doing is talking about 60 seconds to serenity in ways that you can support, which is it's a very gentle beginning. Going forward into this new year, you will have tons of tools and a lot of opportunity to shift your life and pull it over in the direction where you might want it, if it's not there already. And for everybody, you can constantly continue improving. There are so many things that you can do. I have to hop off of here. It's time for me to do some of my study and reading. Remember to do your gratitude list. Write out 10 things you're grateful for. List those out. Use something to physically hang on to while you're using your gratitude so that you become physically activated. Your thinking becomes activated by holding that. Write with your non-dominant hand. Use some empowering things. Go to the communities and support there. Get some Keep Smiling cards for yourself. Get some Keep Smiling books with make sure you see my name on that, on the cover there when you're making that purchase. Get those for gifts. Celebrate life. Respond with a positive, loving vibration and attitude towards the stuff that happens in your day, and more of it will happen. I have to hop off, so peace, love, music. I will see you tomorrow.